And we're basically very opinionated African women who have decided to sit around a table and discuss the things that we are seeing, we are thinking, we are going through, that we know that other people out there are probably going through the same things. But we were not waiting to be invited on tables to speak about it. So we made our own table, invited ourselves to sit on it, and then we're going to discuss things that we feel are pertinent, especially at this time, and especially for African women. Right, guys? Yeah. So I'm excited. I'm excited because I feel like it's such an important and relevant time to really share what's going on and to share things that people are not that comfortable in sharing, and to begin the conversations that we hope are going to free more women to speak up, and that's how we're going to help each other. I'm so excited. So today, basically, we're going to look at striving in difficult times, but more specifically during this pandemic, because it happened and our lives were turned upside down, and then we've had to kind of figure out, okay, so how do I do what I need to do to make it and to thrive, right? And to be our best selves as we want to be.
Yes.
And so like one of the questions I have is, how has the pandemic affected us on a personal level? For myself, nothing much changed because I was already working from home. And then also my husband kept going to work as well because his industry was exempted from lockdown. The thing that really changed was having the children at home 24/7. Right. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
My level of patience, people, has had to really grow because now I don't have my time. I have little feet and little knocks on the door every time. What's this? What's that? This e-learning thing. It's that's been my experience. So I've had to really grow in patience, and I'm really learning more from my kids in this time in terms of my personal perception. So, Becky, what about you? How has this pandemic affected you personally?
Yeah, it's thank you, Joyce. Yeah, it's good to be on the round table, and we're really having fun having to share all this with other women. For me, I just started working in a factory, and we had to shut down. The very first week, it was, wow, this is the end of the beginning, because I had just begun something new.
Right.
But it took patience and perseverance to then say, okay, whatever I had taken to the factory, I have to bring it back to the home office and work again. So that's how I managed to then focus on my business. Otherwise, if I hadn't done that, it was just going to be the end of the beginning. I am so glad that it happened that way. So I'm actually focusing on that right now.
Wow. And for you, Flora?
Yeah, so for me, it was actually a time of introspection. So I spent a lot of time assessing my life, assessing what I was doing, the pace at which I was doing it, and what I was sacrificing for what I was doing. And I realized that I was sacrificing a lot of who I was to maintain this lifestyle that I was maintaining. And I really felt convicted that I had all these other things bubbling inside of me, which I was silencing because I was like on this pace. Gotta chase that money, gotta chase that dollar, and then suddenly do nothing. So it was a time of introspection where I could actually do an inventory again of all my gifts. What can I do? What else can I do? Where else can I channel out who I am? And not die because suddenly I can't go outside because I'm in construction. We need to be outside. So now how do I reposition myself now that I can't go outside? So it was a time of introspection, and I've really valued that. And I've discovered lots more about myself.
And we're gonna hear lots more from you.
Yes.
I'm so certain. Noma, Queen Bee.
Oh. Queen Lanoma.
Queen Lanoma.
Okay, for me, really, it's been I did a lot of reading during lockdown. I watched a lot of motivational movies, motivational biographies, and I found myself really, because I'm in catering and hoteliering, so that was like not there. So I found out that really what I really enjoy doing is coaching. So during lockdown, I was doing a lot of coaching. I was just WhatsApping people and asking them, "What are you doing? Is your business going to survive lockdown and stuff?" And so really, that's something that I used to do, but it wasn't like monetized. So during lockdown, I saw that I have to monetize coaching because there's no cooking except for the odd funeral or two. So I found myself, and I love coaching.
Yes.
Well, that really, I think I'm an entrepreneur to succeed so that I can coach others. I love coaching. You girls all know that.
And you're
Oh,
good.
In fact, we are here right now because of that. So pushed that we're like, okay, we're going to do this. We're not waiting anymore to be invited. It's happening. So what about changes? Because pandemic, when something happens that's so unexpected. I mean, it happens so suddenly. 1 minute, life is just going on as normal, and then the next, schools are closed, you can't go to work, you're now at home, and then it's been months. And so there has to have been some kind of changes that have happened in our lives in order for us to be the new person that deals with this new normal, because for all we know, this could be it for quite a long time. And how about that? Like, how has this changed you? Flora?
I think for myself, it's just to be more flexible. So still stay in your lane, but be flexible as to how you're going to do it. So for my own business, I've been having to strategize, re-strategize. How do I keep project managing and not have sites? So I don't want to spoil it or anything, but I have things where I'm actually going to be doing more of the stuff online. So I've had to really adjust the method and still be true to myself.
I must share. I share the same thing. I've also learned to be more flexible because I'm your planner. You see, things are written out. I'm going to start with this. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to run. Then I'm going to pray. I've got these rigid schedules and plans. But this time it was like, wait a minute, these things are not going to work for me anymore. And so I need to be able to wake up, and if I have to change my pace or change what I'm going to do, I have to be fine with it. I have to be fine with it and keep it moving. Hey, Noma, how's it been for you? How has it changed you?
The online thing that Flora's been talking about. During lockdown, I learned that I have to work online. Because if your business is online, you don't have to be you don't have to be outside.
No.
You can be locked down and working. So really, I started, I didn't start my blog. I started being more serious with my blog. So then I learned that, you can actually do affiliate marketing. After you write something on your blog, you then recommend to people to go and buy something on Amazon. So you're getting money out of that. And another revelation is that people think that if you're in Zimbabwe, you cannot actually do that because of sanctions. It's nothing like that. All you need to do is to open your Payoneer account. And then your money goes through there. So there are so many payment methods that they can pay you. So there are some of these misconceptions. And as a coach, I'll be coaching a lot of people about such misconceptions. Because I learned about that during lockdown.
That's why we are doing this. I think being in Africa, this whole online thing has taken some time. Us getting used to it. I mean, I personally, I prefer this, being face to face and with people, but I think obviously with this new situation, we are having to adapt and getting on with it. And Becky, how about you? How has this changed you?
Oh yeah, big time. It changed me big time. Being in the textile industry, so my focus was on, my specialty is on making school uniforms, so I was focused, okay, schools are closing, I'm going to start winter stuff. And can you imagine, then there's schools closed.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I'm really like hoping I am
is
really
it.
going to make
That's where my money is coming
money.
from.
That's where the money is coming from.
Yeah.
Then now I had to switch and change my whole approach and think of what else can you do apart of these uniforms. Then I thought, okay, everyone is running with face masks. So I need to run with protective clothing, which is what I'm actually doing right now. Back in the factory, back on business.
Yes.
And it's also good, and I'm feeling good about it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
look
that's
like you are feeling good.
I am
She's
feeling
taking
good.
advantage of lockdown is
Yes,
paying.
it's now
Lockdown is paying her.
Everyone needs a face mask.
Yes.
So I have to produce,
Nice.
and money is still coming. Oh, yeah.
That is so key, and that is so important.
Yeah.
And during such times, we learn a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
we've already discussed about so many things
Yeah.
that we have learned, but I'm wondering what's the biggest thing? What's the biggest thing? Mine is a bit well, not personal one, but just a general thing where I was just thinking about the fact that with this whole coronavirus and the cases, how the fact that for some reason in Africa we have less cases
Yeah.
than America, than Europe, and I was just thinking, am I right about that? And then when I was just doing some research, then I saw there was an article by the United Nations, and even they're baffled. Said scientists are baffled as to how come there's less cases of corona in Africa. And I was like, yay, something that we have less of than the rest of the world.
Exactly.
And that was my big lesson. I don't know. Becky, what was your big lesson?
Well, my big lesson I learned was because we are privileged. I don't know if God is on our side in Africa, like you were saying, because we are privileged and we don't have so many cases and so many deaths, So I thought, okay, this is the good time for having more streams of income. I realized that relying on one thing really won't take me far. Being a businesswoman, a successful one in that matter. So, and it also taught me to be prepared all the time. Because first we were just told it's a disease that's for white people.
Chinese
China. Especially. But then that made me realize that you should be prepared all the time as a woman in Africa, because this affects my child, the other person's child, and as a mother, I'm a mother to so many children that are not even biologically my children. So I also learned to be really prepared. It doesn't matter if it's happening to China. There are business people in China, so I should be doing my researches. How are they doing it during this time?
Yeah.
So what can I do?
Yeah.
How can I get ready for this as well? And that's it.
That was your big
that was my
lesson. Wow.
big lesson. Yeah.
Oma, did you have a wow moment?
Okay, yes. Well, with Africa and COVID, I would say, Messi said no.
Right?
Yeah,
Because
right.
really, especially here in Zimbabwe, the state of our
Medical
and the
situation.
health
Yeah.
and the health delivery system really, Messi had to say no. There was no way out. And then also with us Africans, really, when people are in trouble, they run to what they believe in.
Yeah.
And Africans believe in herbs.
Right.
People are drinking lemons,
Yes.
ginger, garlic. I'm drinking mint and peppermint and rosemary here. People were drinking all sorts of things. Because right now, really, to even see someone with a common cold is rare.
Very
And it's
rare.
winter.
Yes.
People are protecting themselves.
It's cold right
Because
now.
actually, Africans actually know how to protect themselves from
Yes.
influenza. Yeah. So it's been really, Messi said no, and also the prevention is better than cure.
Yeah.
Right.
If you go around looking for a lemon right now, you can't find it.
Yes.
I was yesterday. I was looking for it yesterday.
All the trees.
Yeah, and thank God for our vendors, because then a vendor came running to me with lemons. I was like, yes,
I need this. I need this.
You heard me. Mercy heard me. And then he answered my
And
prayer.
before, did you ever look for lemons?
No.
Yeah, so we're learning.
Yeah,
Wow.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Laura, any big
Yeah.
wow moments for you?
I had plenty, but I will share two. For me, I learned about, time is short.
Yeah.
Hearing of all the deaths, you kind of know that, what, I can't take for granted anything.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really need to live life. Like this thing of holding back, you just don't have, we're not guaranteed
Yeah.
time. So really, I must just live out my life. I really must just take everything out and live it out and put it all out on display. Regardless of what people's opinions are going to be, it's better that I put it out there. And also, my second one is turning your pain into wisdom. That one was my big aha moment.
Yes.
Because what holds us back is usually what we've gone through, things you think, oh man, I wouldn't want people to know that or people to see that about me. But actually to be able to say, no, I'm going to put this out and I'm going to look at it, all these things. And I'm going to aim for that Goliath's head.
Yes.
And I'm going to make sure that I'm going to get over this.
Yes.
And I'm going to come out with this Goliath's head.
Yes.
And I'm going to do this for not only for myself, but for everybody else who's in the trenches with me, facing all these giants and issues that they have in their lives. And we're going to come out with Goliath's head. So all the things are going to come out and we're going to get over this. So for me, it's been this, time is short, live out your life, get over your issues, and celebrate your victories and learn from your lessons and help others through this. Those have been my 2 lessons.
Sure. Wow. And I think as we learn, obviously, in lessons, we also discover that we have weight maybe we've been dragging with us through life. And then this pandemic happened and it's like, you know what? I don't got no time for this. We gotta go. And so, cut it. I gotta cut it. And so what have you had to cut, Flo?
For me, so as I was saying, fear, self-doubt, this desire to just want to stay private and not so public because you don't want the people to have stuff to say about you. But I was like, life is too short.
It is too short. Personally, I feel I've had to cut certain relationships because there are certain relationships where you're like, wait, we're already feeling this weight and you're adding more weight. Okay, I love you, but I'm gonna do it from a distance at this point in time. So I need people who are gonna encourage me to still grow in my levels despite this pandemic. I need to see that I have within me more than this pandemic is trying to do to me. I have in me more. Becky, how about you? What did you have to let go?
I had to let go a lot of relationships where you felt this is draining me, this is pulling me backwards than forwards. When you have a friend who's ever complaining about the pandemic but not doing anything about it.
Right.
That's all you talk about. The messages on WhatsApp, on Facebook, it's all about the negative things. And I also cut following what people are saying about the pandemic. Because you're then so glued to that and then you're not moving ahead. You're filled with this fear and you know that I don't need this fear to go on. So you just think, okay, I'm cutting this relationship. So this is how I do it. If you send me a message, either I don't read it or I just blue tick it and leave it like that and don't respond. Because my responding was like I'm fueling myself I'm draining myself to the worst. Because my mind is it's so negative. So I had to have positive friends around me, start networking, start reading. I even wrote something on Siwas magazine.
Educate yourself.
Just to educate myself more. Because now you feel, no, I don't need this person. I don't need, Then I grew that way.
Wow. Well, thank you for not letting me go.
I know, right?
I wasn't one of those people that she had to let go. So
I actually need you guys
Hey.
here. I need you guys here. You're my new network.
Oh my gosh, Noma.
Okay, with me, really, I didn't let go of anyone. Actually, I started putting people closer. Because I discovered one thing, see, love. I discovered love. That God is love.
Yeah.
And if God is love and He lives inside of me, I just have to love everybody because God loves everybody.
Yeah.
I just discovered that the stakes are too high
Yeah.
to waste your time hating somebody.
Oh
The
yeah.
stakes are too high.
Yeah.
What if it's that
Too
I
much
just
energy.
don't like
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
and that is standing between me and what? And really, why shouldn't I like anyone?
Yeah.
The stakes are too high. Just
Yeah.
love.
Yeah.
People are imperfect,
Mm-hmm.
and I am imperfect. That's why I'm attracting imperfect people. So I just have to live with it. Let me just love everybody because they love me and I'm imperfect.
Right.
God loves me and I'm imperfect. So that's why I discovered love.
Yeah.
Now really I love everybody. Really.
Wow.
While you were cutting people off, I was actually calling them hi.
So we'll send them to you. We'll send them to her. We're like, you know what? There's a girl who's gonna love you.
Yeah.
Okay, there.
Yeah.
Oh man, love,
Yeah.
love. Of these three things remain faith, hope, and love.
Love.
Love is the
Yes,
most excellent
yes.
things, guys.
Yeah.
I think doing this is out of love. It's out of saying, we know
Yes.
there's people out there who need to
Absolutely.
hear,
Yes.
other voices, and so it is from a
And the
place
pain
of
is
love.
unnecessary.
Yeah.
There's so much more wisdom out there and perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't need to carry stuff.
Mm.
No, they're people to help.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
it. That's
Yes.
it. That's it. I think that's another thing for
Yeah.
me. It's saying help.
Yeah.
Because I think for some of us, we want to be able to do things on our own. Why can't I just achieve on my own? Why can't I just be
Yeah.
successful on my own? Why do I have to get help? But unfortunately,
That's
we
exactly
do need
Yeah.
help. If you're going to be successful,
Yes, you need
you
all the
need
help.
a mastermind, like Napoleon Hill said in his book Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
need a mastermind group where you can ask for help, where you can get ideas, creative ways, and especially to be motivated to
Yeah.
still be the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, what about like self-help mechanisms, maybe things that you do on a daily basis that just help to pick you up a little bit, that just help to refocus you on what you're doing and where it is you're going. So for myself, I find that definitely prayer and meditation reminds me that you are not in control, Joyce, as much as you want to be. You are not.
Yeah.
But also the fact that I have someone bigger than me with whom to ask for help
Yeah.
and guidance. So I'm not alone.
Yeah.
No matter what, I'm not alone. Then I've also found that exercising. Exercising, because it's not just physical health, it's also mental health.
Yeah.
Do you know that in terms of your brain and how your brain works, when you exercise, your brain activity goes at its peak.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, it goes at its peak. Yeah, I discovered that, and that's why I love walking and I love running, because when I do that, that's when ideas come. That's when solutions come.
Yeah.
That's when I remember something or someone. It's because your
Absolutely.
brain activity is at its peak when you exercise. And then finally, gratitude for me. Every day have 3 things that you're saying, I am grateful for. I am grateful for this. I'm grateful for that. Because there's always something, hey? Even though there's COVID, there's always something to be grateful
Yes.
about.
Yes.
Do you have, who else has some mechanisms that just help pep you
Yeah.
up during the day? Normal, what?
Well, I'll start with spirit.
Mm-hmm.
During COVID, I learned. Well, I'm still learning. I'll probably learn for
Oh, yeah.
until the second
Yes.
coming.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
learning to
Learning
get to
doesn't
know,
end. Doesn't
to
end.
get to know love better, to get to know
Yes.
God better. Because now I like to call God love. So that really I can just, I'm
Yes.
trying to get to know love.
like
that.
And then if I'm
Good morning,
created,
love.
Yes.
and if I'm created in his image, then I should also look like love. A little bit like love. I mean, I can't manage really because. So that's what I'm learning. Really.
Yeah.
That's what I'm learning, and also taking care of your physical body. Now I've not been exercising. Yeah, before COVID, I used to do my 10,000 steps.
I remember.
I
Yeah.
haven't been doing it, but I've been doing other things like drinking my Eva concoctions. So I've been doing that and eating healthily. Yeah. So that's really what I've learned. Take care of your spirit, your body, your mind, and as far as my mind is concerned, well, I read more than what I usually do. So I feel a new version of myself coming out.
Yes.
And
Cannot
I
wait.
love her.
Right?
Yes.
Because I see her
Yes.
coming.
Yeah.
I love her. And I hope the world will love her.
Oh, wow. Well, even if it doesn't, it's fine. Show up anyway.
Yes.
Show up
No,
anyway.
she's coming. She's
coming.
Yeah, with a bang.
No.
Out.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm free.
Out.
Yes. I'm free.
Yeah.
More.
Yeah.
Go deeper.
Yes.
Go
Yeah.
deeper, Flo.
Yes.
Mm.
I think I would agree with all of you in terms of spirit.
Yeah.
I think for me, being okay in your spirit
Yes.
is I think
Yeah.
the greatest thing you can invest in, because that is what anchors the soul. Because when you're all over the place, it's normally because you're not settled in
In
your
the
spirit.
spirit. Yes.
And so you need to anchor your soul. Prayer, reading the Bible. I mean, we had gone, as a church, we had gone through a 20-week Bible reading challenge, and we've sort of gone on a break right now. But I went back now to just go and savor and just sit and reread and remind myself of the beautiful things that God has done for us. And and that for me was just a way of anchoring my soul again. And for me also, like you, exercise, but because I couldn't go outside,
Run around the yard.
I was doing gardening, so I would spend like the whole day.
Wow.
And like, this is not just ha 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 ha. I was like, I dug
With
like
the come on.
yes,
With
I
the-
went down
yes.
1 meter. So this was to do my compost heap and everything. Yeah, so I literally like that for those few days. I mean, I was sore.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
That is serious.
But it was great because, like Joyce said, man, I felt like I was getting revelations. Like it was like download. I was oh God, you speak like this. Just giving perspective about stuff, and like you hear all sorts of things on media. Then you're now trying to process, what does it mean? What does it mean for me? What's my response?
Yeah.
What's the right response? So having time, gardening and by myself without small children. Yes, helped me.
Yes, they are home with us 24/7.
So it helped me to have that space to just think and reconcile with what's happening in the world, and what's my response. So what is my response to what's happening around me, which has been good. That was a coping mechanism.
Sure, man. And sometimes when we're like maybe back against a wall, because life happens and you may find yourself like, what? I've never been here before. But then something can come over you that you never even knew existed inside of you and takes charge of what's going on, to a point where you're even like, you could even have like, that outer body experience where you're watching yourself and you're saying, who are you?
Yes.
Who are you? Honestly. For me, I know like when this pandemic began, I got into status. It's like, the WhatsApp statuses.
Okay, yes.
I was on it every day, encouraging people. I almost felt like, you know what? the world needs me. I'm gonna be
Yes.
superwoman.
Yes.
They need
So,
me
yeah.
to encourage them. So I was there showing you guys you can do this.
Yeah.
You know.
you running.
Yes, I was running. I was planting in the garden. I bought chicks. I raised my food, yo. You know, I was, I was like, who is this woman, right? But she's like,
We saw you.
so I'm just really did something inside of you that you didn't know was even
Yeah.
in you come out during this
Plenty
time.
of stuff came out.
Yes.
You know, while I was reading, like I do like family and relations. I'm a family and relations consultant. So I would usually speak to adults only. But during that time, I realized that I'm even better with kids. I started preparing kids' lessons for every Sunday. They saw me doing it.
We saw you.
And every Sunday, I
Yes.
don't make a mistake. And now, because of the exercising that I'm doing, every time I do a 1 hour walk in the morning, a 1 hour walk in the evening.
Wow.
Every time I'm doing that,
Oh God, these girls.
it just,
Yes.
you know, it just flows.
Yes.
It just kids.
Yes.
And now, do you know I've started writing something on how to raise a kids entrepreneur.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it just comes, you know, it just, it was, I never thought it was there in
Right.
me.
Come on.
It was a wow
Yeah.
moment,
Yes.
you know. And I'm seeing my son getting into business as well.
Nice.
He's 11 years old. And I'm like, okay, this is what I'm going
Dream
to
come
do.
true. Nice.
This is a dream come true for
Nice.
me, you know, and it's really nice. And the walking is really good.
Yes,
Right.
It's
guys.
really
Come on.
good. Because when I started, it was not intentional.
Bridget, yes.
There was no public transport,
Yes,
so I was forced
the
to walk
reality.
to work.
Yes.
But now it's so intentional. I feel
Yes.
good.
Yes.
Even when I'm not going to work Saturday, Sunday,
Yes.
I now walk.
Yes.
Because I feel, no, I didn't do something this morning.
Yes.
I have to do it. So I walk.
Oh,
I
love
walk.
it. I love
I do it intentionally. That I'm
Yes,
really exercising my
intentionally.
body, my mind,
That's right.
and my spirit.
Yes.
You know, my spirit level is so high.
Yes.
You know, I can actually hear God speak to me.
Yes.
And I can actually write something that I heard from God.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Oh, this is
Level.
good.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
good.
This
Yeah.
is good.
Levels. We love it.
Yeah, I love it. I love my new life. And I've been doing gardening as well.
Yes.
My spinach has grown. I
Yes.
started picking some
Ah, we're
last
coming.
night.
We're
Nice.
coming.
My garlic has
Coming.
grown up the whole yard.
Yeah.
Because it's so helpful during this pandemic.
Yeah,
So
health in general.
I'm actually selling the leaves. I'm not generous. I'm selling
selling
those
the leaves.
green ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can sell these?
Then you drink.
See what
you
happens?
drink those. I don't know what they're called.
Yes.
The
Yes.
garlic leaves.
Garlic leaves, we'll leave it there.
So
Garlic
you
leaves.
just cut, you put in your water,
Right?
then you drink that.
Yes,
You
it
feel
is.
fresh and
You know, I
good.
think that's better than the actual garlic because that can be quite.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes.
And I also have a herb garden, so I just pick and sell some.
Yeah,
And use some for myself, so-
me. Oh,
Yeah.
so the
It's
lion
been good,
in you
yeah.
is coming out.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
saying, I'm going
You know.
to win. You're
I
not
win,
defeating
no.
me.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm the
this
winner.
Nigerian
Like
accent needs to
Goliath
come out
heads.
now.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah, I have
the
to come
Go-
up with
Goliath
it, like
of
Flora says.
Get out of my way. Get out.
Yeah.
What else have shown up, Norma, for you? Like a side of you that you never knew was there. Just showed up.
Okay. Well, I guess this Coach Norma.
Yes.
Before she was there, but I was afraid to coach certain people. I just used to think I should just coach my family, friends, and relatives. But now, no, I'm just thinking, you know what? I've coached them. Whoever wants to come with me in this train of world and all can come. But now the world is ready for me.
Yes. Yes.
I'm ready for
So
the
wow.
world.
Now it's inside.
Now
So
it's
that's why you
time
know I've
to
been
move
opening
on.
all these things, success talk with Norma.
Norma, you're everywhere.
So yeah,
When I just go to Facebook, Norma, Instagram, Norma, YouTube, Norma. Hey.
she's out.
She's out.
She's roaring.
She's yeah.
Yeah.
That's really it. Really, and I enjoy doing it.
Yes.
Because you
Yeah.
know, even if no one pays me for coaching, I wouldn't really.
You're satisfied.
I'll still do it.
Yeah.
If you come here and say,
And just
Norma,
start getting paid,
if you
sister.
come here and say,
Yes.
Norma, cook for me, I'll say, where's your money?
Yeah.
If you come and say, Norma, this is like my guest house. Can I have a place to sleep with my whatever? Where's your money?
Yeah.
But if you say, Norma, can you help me with my business, my spiritual life, my what coach? Oh,
Yeah.
Sit down.
down.
Here's a cup of tea.
how much is it? No,
Let's
we'll
go.
talk about the money later.
No, cup of tea. Sit down. Let's
let's
coach.
talk.
Yes.
Really, sometimes I don't even ask for money.
Yeah.
I love it. So really, lockdown taught me do what you love.
Yes.
And then if you're doing what you love, really, you are liberated.
Doesn't matter what difficult
Yeah.
times come.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
really, I've learned that I don't want to chase money no more.
I'm with you there.
Yes,
Chase
money.
me.
Yes, money. Follow me.
Follow
me,
me.
money.
Yeah, so
Follow
I no
me.
longer chase money.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I agree.
Oh
with you.
my goodness.
Yeah.
Rog, do you have anything to add on that? There's something.
Yeah, so
Came
I
out.
agree with Norma. I think that perspective of wanting money to follow you instead of you chasing after this thing. Yeah, definitely.
Chasing pepper.
Yeah.
Yes, and for me, like the whole blogging world opened up during this pandemic. I think I never really saw myself as a writer. I had written a few things for myself personally, but you know, I had never characterized myself as a writer. And so when I launched the blog, I was so scared. Like, I mean, as I was like trying to post, I mean, my hands were shaking. I broke a sweat. I was like, really? Are you sure you want to put yourself out there like this?
Yeah.
But then when I did, the response was amazing. I had people inboxing me. I had friends that I had not spoken to for
Long
ages.
time, so true.
Yeah.
You know, people were
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
thank you so much, and I was like, thank you, really, on sharing your life because it's resonated with me somehow, or
Yes.
comforted, you know, other people who have gone through the same thing, and I was like, thank you, because this was one of the prayers that I had for my life and what I had gone through is that, Lord, can someone else benefit from this? I've already suffered it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
can no one else have to suffer?
Yeah.
Like, can this be
So we
healing
need
for
to
someone
speak
else?
then.
Can
Yes.
this be something for someone else? Let it count for something, rather than it just be this story that I have been through. So it's been an answer to prayer for me.
Yes.
That's what the blog has been.
Yes.
So I'm excited. I'm
you
still
look
like,
so.
what? Is this my new life?
It is.
It
It
is.
is your new normal that
My
you
new
have
normal.
to just accept,
Yeah.
ladies. And you know, as usual, you're having fun. Time begins to run out, but we
Yeah.
cannot stop before we advise. There's women out there who are like, you know what? I'm not coping. This
Yeah.
thing, I'm overwhelmed. What would you like to say to that woman who's watching right now? Norma.
Okay, for me, I would say that, you know, when Peter was saying to Jesus, "Is that you, Master?" And then Jesus says, "Come." When Peter was looking at Jesus,
Yeah.
he did not sink.
Yeah.
So, I would say to the women, do not look
Yeah.
at the storm.
Yes.
Look at Jesus.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And then what did he promise you?
Yeah.
And whatever he promised you, it doesn't matter whether there is COVID or not. Because what is COVID to Jesus?
Yeah.
So his promises are still true.
Yes.
Whatever he promised
That's
you
true,
is
yes.
going to happen.
Absolutely.
But if you look, you will think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Becky.
As you were saying that, that's what I almost wrote here. So I'll just say a few things that you need to think big even during the storm. Okay? Because it will be over. The storm is over.
Yeah.
Then what
Storm is
happens when the storm is
over
over?
now.
Prepare.
Yeah. So be prepared. Just think big, even through this tough time.
Yes.
Network with people who know better than you. Speak to people who have greater ideas than you do. So definitely, it's either we are going to live with this pandemic or it's going to be over. But still, you still remain the same.
You still need to
Yeah,
achieve
you
what you
need to
gotta
achieve what you gotta do. Your vision board is there. You still have a few things that you haven't done. They have to be done. So think big even during that time, because this storm will be over.
Come
Yeah.
on now.
Yeah.
No. Words of encouragement.
Yeah, and I would say, like Biggie was saying, think big, but I would say pray and prepare.
Yeah.
I think as much as we are restricted in certain ways, and you think, oh, you know, I can't do what I used to do, but keep dreaming, empower yourself,
Yes.
and prepare.
Yes.
Because I really believe that, you know, the change is going to come quickly and suddenly, and it's going to be for those who are prepared,
Yes.
who are going to be able to harness the opportunities that are going to come.
Yes.
So prepare, empower yourself. Whatever you wanted to learn, I mean, there's so much right now, so
Yeah.
much for free right now. Things that you can do online, that you can learn online. Just prepare yourself. Wherever you felt that you've got gaps, learn, prepare. The change is coming, and you must be prepared for them. And it's those who are prepared that who are going to get those opportunities and seize those opportunities.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Yes. That's
And I would say to you, I was reading a book and it spoke about these two frogs who fell into a bowl of milk. Because they were hungry and they thought, hey, there's milk, let's get in and and drink it. But then they couldn't get out. So it was easy to jump in, but now getting out of the bowl was something else because they kept slipping on the sides of the bowl, right? So they just kept swimming, right? You just keep swimming to stay on top of the milk.
Yeah.
But then the one frog got tired. The one frog got tired of swimming, got tired of showing up, got tired of reading, got tired of writing, got tired of dreaming, got tired of thinking big, and then stopped swimming and drowned. The other frog kept swimming. It wasn't as powerful as in the beginning, but they just, kept it going so that at least their heads
It
would
was
be
above.
above the milk. And before you know it, when you keep stirring milk, it turns into butter. So before you know it, that milk turned into butter, which is solid, and they were able to climb out because they kept moving, they kept going, they kept dreaming. And so I'm just saying to you that at the end of the day, failure has to give in to perseverance.
I love that.
Failure has to give in to perseverance.
Yes.
That is
I
how
love
these big
that.
people make it. It's not because they're more intelligent than you. It is simply that they're obsessed and they will not give up. So you need to be that obsessed. Even if it means walking, I like my sister here. Even if it means walking an hour to town and back, I am obsessed with this thing. And sooner or later, failure is going to bow down. Because it's going to be like, I can't. This woman is all... you know what happened? Have the trophy.
I love that.
So that's number one. You have to persevere. And then number two, help other people.
Yes.
Stop focusing on your problems and start looking at, okay, where can I help Flora? And then when you're helping Flora, guess what? Help comes your way. That's just a principle that works.
Yes.
When you give, it's given unto you.
Yes.
Okay? So
That's
those are
true.
the two things I'm saying, my sister. Don't give up. Keep going.
Yes.
Thank you so much for listening to this conversation. It is the first of many.
Yes.
It is the first of many. We're going to keep coming because we love you.
Yes.
We want you to be empowered.
Yes.
We believe there's an army of amazing women out there.
Absolutely.
And we are going to change this world.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye and God bless.